Welcome back to some more Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age. Last time, we helped people get closer together, and we profited off of it, so that was cool. You don't know who I am. The only philosopher of cuisine recognized by the Senate. That's who. Yeah, I must confess, I'm troubled of late. You see, in my profession, one eats rather a lot of excellent food, but with too much excellence, one forgets to enjoy it. I long to be stimulated. Somewhere there must be a revolutionary dish made from naught but the best ingredients, by no one but the best chef in Archades. Oh shit, I can keep doing this. And the minigame continues. My good husband works at Dracor Laboratory, and well, I shouldn't say this, but he works on something so secret that he can't even tell me. Now he's not the giving type, my husband, but just the other day he gave me the most unusual gift, a card. I've taken to carrying it around with me, and it's quite odd, but I feel the strangest urge to spend my gil at a raffle house or on stock notes. Have you been to the requisite shop? I must say, they've done a splendid job on broadening their inventory of late. Quite a lot on the shelves. Ah, I've just remembered. My sister's been looking for a certain thing, and last I visited, they had just what she wants. Now, where could she be? Me? I've been running all about town trying to sell enough greens to please my partner. She wants to build a farm out in Takeda, see? What was she saying? She'd run out of... again. Noses of something? Nah, that weren't it. No time for pondering. Gotta sell! Do you know the Tarot? I'm a reader here in town. You might think a modern city would have a small use for such things. Yet I felt just the opposite. And indeed, my prediction was correct. Yet another unforeseen problem has shown itself in the cards. My readings reveal only tragedy. That is to say, whenever I deal the cards for someone, they meet with horrible ill luck, almost as if readings themselves beckon misfortune. I do so love to cook. Why, the other day I held an impromptu party at my house and fed a new dish of mine to my closest acquaintances. Why, they told me 'twas a taste of tantalized the tongue of the philosopher of cuisine, yet their faces were sour as old Nana cheese. My new dish was terrible, I'm sure of it. I've invited them back, of course, to no reply. Could it truly have been so bad? A revolutionary dish? Well, I suppose one could call my new creation that. I'd be happy to give some to this gentleman you speak of. I used a base of pureed tomatoes, you see, adding to that several fish bones upon which I poured a rich caramel sauce. Truth be told, I had quite a bit left over, and was wondering what to do with it. Here, take this chop, and thanks, unless you'd like some food. Culinary creations are oft eaten fresh, but it is true that time can be the best chef. One must let one's sauces breathe after all. Of course, leave a dish too long, and that curious blue powder grows atop it. Oh, but it's harmless enough, I'm sure. Mold? You talking about mold? I prefer not to fuck with some mold. I've spent long years in the pursuit of excellence in cuisine. I've eaten food so rich and so sublime as to be well nigh incredible. But that, chef, What is that dish she made? 'Tis like food from another world, aroma such as I have never known, taste to bring rapturous tears to my eyes. Ah, that tingle upon my tongue, that stab at the throat promising both pleasure and pain, that pointed wedging betwixt the teeth. I expected the best and received the beyond. 'Twas the powdery blue garnish she used, I'm sure of it. Could it be some new, uncharted spice? Oh, my head rings still with the flavor. I should tell him. I should tell him he's eating mold, because that's not cool. Good, brother. Have you been to the requisite shop? I must say, they've done a splendid job. This is a big area. I've been writing novels in between trips, each one I think to make a moving tale of tragic love, the sort that made grown men weep rivers. But when I sit down to read what I've written, I find it quite happy. Droll, even. Why can I not write something truly miserable? Hello there! You have dropped a letter, have you? You see, I found one in the street and I couldn't help but, read it. It said, "This is an epistle to love. Freely have I released it. Should it return to me, then shall my love be made true." And that was all. Odd, wouldn't you agree? I do wonder what it all means. I feared for a moment that, were I to find the writer, I would be propositioned on the spot. A groundless fear, but caution never hurts. I had thought to vacation in Bujurba, you see, but I run a small enterprise and just haven't been able to find the time. To my good fortune, I was recently permitted to go on leave. Straight away, I went to reserve a ticket, and to my misfortune, the tour was full. I'm sorry, I cannot help myself. I'm in love. With whom? 'Tis a secret. Why, I've not told even him. Why not? Well, I wrote a letter, an epistle to love, and I'll not confess my love until that letter finds its way back to my hand. Romantic, no? Headhunters employ gambits during battle to aid their judgment, correct? Now, what I've been pondering is, what about a gambit for the market? I know gambits can go away if you don't keep an eye on them, but think of the coin you could make. Gil, and more gil. That's worth any risk. I've been waiting for an item I've wanted for such a long time. The proprietor said she'd order one straight away, but that was over a month ago. I've my brother keeping an eye out for me, but he's not one to remember such things. Oh well, I suppose I shall have to make do without. Tours of the aerial gardens in Bujurba are quite popular these days. Why, just a short while ago, I had to turn someone away from a full tour. Wouldn't you know that the next moment we had a cancellation? Pity that poor lady did so want to go. She must still be nearby. Fresh vegetables? Get your fresh vegetables. Why yes, they're all farm grown. None of those magicked greens here. All natural, all delicious. Of course people used to scoff at my greens, but the taste is undeniable. I have so many loyal customers now. I'm rather overtaxed. Oh, and I've run out of ears, too. Pardon? Why, ears of corn, of course. Wherever has my associate gone? We can't keep customers waiting. Really? So he did remember. Why, I must go to the store before someone else buys it. Thank you for the tip. Here, a chop. Was that a cancellation? Wonderful! My gratitude for coming to tell me. Every good deed deserves a chop. 'Tis custom. Here's yours. My father was born in Bijurba, actually. I've always had a mind to go there, to see her arcs of shining crystal, and now I shall. I wouldn't think a store without proper inventory could survive long here in the capital. Word of mouth travels fast. Faster still when it's bad. Travel to Bijurba in vogue in the city of late. We have tours booked months in advance, and only rarely does anyone cancel. How did you know that letter? Wait, does this mean my love is not to be? You've come to return my letter? My, how foolish I must have seemed. I'm so sorry. So he did pick up my letter. How do I know who it was? Because I placed it in such a way that he would see it first. Of course. Because sure to stay out of sight. Being sure to stay out of sight. Many thanks for coming to tell me. Nice to know fate has triumphed once more. Here, a chop. When will it return to me? When? Has my episode to love gone unread, unheard, unloved? To think I picked up a love letter by chance, and it was meant to be picked up by me. Found as if the fates had willed it. How romantic. Huh. Me, I've been running all about town trying to sell enough greens to please my partner. She wants to build a farm out in Takeda, see? Oh, that was... What was she saying? She'd run out of again? Noses or something? Nah, that weren't it. No time for pondering. Gotta sell, sell, sell! Ah, ears of corn, that was it. I remember seeing an empty corn bin at the storehouse. She's probably forgotten there's none left. Making a fair few gills all well and good. But when you get too busy, you start forgetting stuff. Ears a chop anyway. Thanks for reminding me. Now the time's to do an honest day's work for an honest day's wage. When we build that farm out in Takeda, we can hear others to do the work for us. If I should sell enough fresh greens, why I might just be able to build that farm in Takeda. No whole ears in the storehouse either. I'm thinking he probably goes with the fortune teller lady. Do you know the tarot? Okay, well they obviously don't go together then. Okay, you must go with this chick over here, I'm thinking. Maybe. A fortune teller that sees only misfortune? Why, of course, I cannot write what I don't know, after all. And my life has been such a happy one. I have a mind to visit this reader of the cards and see just what tragedy lies in store for me. My thanks to you, a chop for your advice. Of course, a happy life is better than one spent in sadness, but without misery, can we truly appreciate our good fortune? I offered to tell someone of their misfortunes, and they accepted quite gladly. It proves the old adage, it takes all sorts. Would you like your misfortune told? For free? Oh, not afraid of the future. Then tell it I shall. Yes. No. Oh. Is this gonna hint at something that happens at the end of the game? An answer reveals itself, yet its meaning is obscure to me. I see 6 in Trant. I see none in Mulberry. In Rena there is 1. I see nothing in Nilbas. Well, I do hope that was of assistance to you, but I'm sure many trials await in your future. But do face them with hope. It could always be worse. I'm gonna write this down. I don't think I've done anything with the researcher's wife. I think that the only 2 left. I think this lazy profiteer and the researcher's wife. I think that's all that's left. Headhunters employ gambits during battle to aid their judgment, correct? Now what I've been pondering is, what about a gambit fit for the market? No gambits can go away if you don't need an eye on them. But think of the coin you can make. Gil, and more Gil. That's worth any risk. My good husband works at Dracor Laboratory, and well, I shouldn't say this, but he works on something so secret he can't even tell me. Now, he's not the giving type. Do you think, perhaps, that this card might be one of these gambits? In truth, I find it quite unsettling, and was contemplating getting rid of it. Yet, it was a gift from my husband. I suppose I couldn't just give it away. I'm not even sure what it truly is. I thank you for your story. However, here a chop. May it serve you in good stead. Alright, collected more chops. Let's go in here. Welcome to the Blues. Do you tire of the same old gambits? Want to fight like a clever fella rather than a cave dweller? Well, fuck you too. Step right this way. I am playing the game just fine, without hardly using gambits. Thank you very much. My nephew's collecting these gambit things, so I thought I'd see what all the fuss was about. I must admit, they're prettier than I expected. I'm not a cave dweller. Fuck you, piece of shit game. I'm trying to explain gambits to my dear mother, but she fails to grasp the most basic concepts. Perhaps if I took her to battle next time. I'm gonna send my mother into battle. It's do or die, Mom. Sink or swim. I went to battle once. A commander I was. I remember my gambits as though 'twere yesterday. There's so many new gambits these days, 'tis hard to tell one from another. Ah, you've come by 13 chops, I see. Very good. You qualify to ride a cab. Just 15 more, and you can trade them in for a sandalwood chop. Those with sandalwood may ride cabs and get into Central. I need 2 more then. After gambits, then look no further than the Blues. If I don't have it, you don't need it. Greetings. Welcome to the Blues Gambits. Hoping to add strategy to assault and battery? Yeah, that's gonna be a no for me, dog. Hello there! If you're after requisites, you've come to the right place. And there's also a notice board upstairs if you fancy doing a bit of hunting. Me, I enjoy just reading about the fiends out there. Maybe I'll go on a hunt myself someday. Make a few gil. Get into scraps. Sounds brilliant. Sometimes you come to these places and you make an incredible find. Not today though. Perhaps I should try my luck at the bazaar. Honestly, these people, they come up from the country and they stare, but do they buy? Never! Maybe they lack the necessary coin. Oh, but I do grow wary of this. Welcome. Requisites and items for all occasions. Here for your pursuing pleasure. If it's adventure you seek, better get prepared. I can buy X potions now. Fascinating. I kind of want to fucking buy some, honestly. I have a few of them. Maybe buy some more echo herbs. Where does this go? Oh, I see. Yes, I'm up to Bajurba again. 'Tis my third time. Oh, the views over her crystal spires, the sun setting below the clouds. I'll never tire of it. There's no map in here. We're off on a family trip to Rabanastre. See, one of me relatives got himself arrested by a judge, and if we stay here, my dad's... Oh, I don't think I'm supposed to be telling you none of this. My mom will go mad. Sorry. I'm turning you in. Lately, every other departing airship seems to be weighted down with the latest in construction technology from the Empire. But don't be alarmed. We take great care to load everything with passenger safety in mind. There's no danger at all. Have a good flight. What are Sikh doing here? Their kind don't belong in Archades. This is the Empire, for the love of the gods, not a farm. We found the prejudice. I saw him with my own eyes, a huge worm flying through the air. It even followed the ship for a while. If it attacked, we'd all be killed for sure. Let's go home, please. Must you persist in telling this flight of fancy? I know perfectly well why you want to go home, to play with your friends. Well, forget it. We'll return to Arcadia once we've settled upon a site for our summer home. No sooner. We mustn't be outdone. Now, no need to let tempers flare, Mother. Of course, Father wouldn't change that about you for the world. Should you encounter any problems during your voyage, problems of any kind, just you call for me. Ensuring your comfort and safety's me job. I came here to meet up with an old straight-ear friend of mine. What a wearing this place is. I can't leave soon enough. A warren this place is? I've a large manse in the city, of course, yet I much prefer traveling. I live alone, you see, an extravagant lifestyle, I know. Should you encounter any problems during your voyage? Problems of any kind? I just talked to you. Didn't I? I think I did. Welcome to the aerodrome, sir. The XII company proudly offers passage aboard leisure craft on which you might shop and enjoy your flight. For those eager to reach their destination, we also have ships with private cabins in which you can sleep or rest until your arrival. You may book passage from the encounters you'll find throughout the aerodrome. Each counter serves a different destination. Yes, I'm off to Bajriba again. 'Tis my third time. Oh, the views over her crystal spires the sun. I read that. Guess there really isn't much to do in here, but just talk to NPCs. Yeah, I kind of go overboard talking to NPCs. But I gotta know what the word on the street is. Well, we know we can collect more thingies. I'm having trouble putting a man I met, a business associate of my father, from my mind. He was so dashing, so mysterious. Of course, I'm certain a gentleman of his means would be affiant, at the very least. Of course he would. I was about to self-explode there. Oh, I guess I can't do it here. I can, never mind. I was born of empire, raised by empire, and within her walls and I grow, yet this city was not always grand, nor the empire always prosperous. These today, they know only of her glory and nothing of her history. How little they think on the sacrifices of the past, it troubles me. Money is like a seed, do you not agree? Keep it locked away, it is as something dead, yet use it poorly, and 'twill never live. There must be someone with use for my money, for I would have it live, and if I could but find the hands to tend it, I would gladly share its fruits. I have an elderly friend, a court musician by trade. To hear him play the lute, you would think it sang, yet of late his fingers fail him. He said he wanted to hear a song he used to play, so I seek the lutenist to play it for him, yet they seem a rare breed these days. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I asked my daughter to buy tickets to the farce, but I've asked her to buy one to you. What to do? I'm to entertain the most important client. It's been 5 years since I finally quit my lodgings in the Archades, yet still I'd like to go to open a boutique of my own. Maybe you. Maybe you for that guy with the money. Blah. The population of the great city continues to soar, and buildings sprout like toadstools after the rain in this unruly garden of Archades. My consortium, too, is in the business of building, yet frankly popular design gives me indigestion. Oh, for a man who is both architect and artisan. We live in an empire, but 'twas not always so. How did it come to be? Military might? Wise rule? No, it must take more than these things. How can we hope to carry empire's glory into the future if we know nothing of her past? Yet our academies teach us little of her true history. I remember reading these two NPCs a couple episodes ago, and they both brought up like, oh, the schools aren't teaching history very good. I thought that might play into something. And okay, so this is what this is playing into. What's that? You've an acquaintance who knows much of history? How long I've sought for this. Thank you, good sir, thank you. Please accept this chop, for the glory of the Empire. I want to learn history's truth, not just what I'm told. It's important to know whence we come to know where we go. But there's so much to learn. There are those who make crafts and sell them at market. I make not crafts, but music. By the lute's soothing voice do I earn my daily bread. There was a time when I did quite well by it, too. Sadly, people nowadays seem to enjoy cacophonous marches. Few have an ear for the lute's quiet song. I've worked so hard and so long, all for money, and indeed, I've accumulated some wealth, but I've realized I want neither money nor power. Both I've had, and neither satisfied me. I found out what I wanted when I met her, a client's daughter. The moment I saw her, I knew. The population of this great city continues to soar, yep. I'm having trouble putting a man I meet, a business associate of my father, from my mind. He was so dashing, so mysterious. Of course I'm certain a gentleman of his means would be a finance at the very least. Of course he would. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, I was never... But, yep. Oh my, oh my, oh my, my, my. I was asked by my mother to buy tickets to the farce, yet I bought one too many. Oh, my mother despises waste. I shall be punished for sure. Well, you're in luck. How things have worked out so well for you. I don't suppose all youths are ignorant and wastrels. And the youth Lord Larsa shows much potential. I believe I see a light in our empire's future. Someone seeks a lieutenant? You're sure? How long I've waited. I would love nothing more than to play to an appreciative listener. I thank you for this, good sir. Here, a chop bearing the mark of the lute. It is yours. Alright, I think that makes 15 of them. But let's get more. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I seek a lieutenant to play for my friend who was once a court musician. They say music soothes the soul, even that of one whose music has left him. Oh! She needed one more ticket for the farce? Then Lady Luck has smiled upon me. This is better than any amusement. A chop for your trouble. How many years have I trained, and still they mock my designs? Tradition, tradition, fie! What good building aught that is already built? One who understands that art and architecture need not be opposed to one another. Good tidings these. I feel a design coming on. Yes, a masterpiece. Ah, boy, in my business it is customary to thank those who find us work. A chop for your trouble. Yes, no, fie! I'm working on a new design, you see. Now, were I to move the couture to the Sapta, making a Neka, then the Nava. Bro just started speaking Latin. How pleased I am to find genius does yet exist in this world. I asked a nameless architect to design for me. He has created a masterpiece.
What? He said that about me? For true? Is he sure? Perhaps he meant another. If it is truly me he asks after, I certainly accept. I do believe I'm overjoyed. Look, it's not much, but I've been saving this chop for a special occasion, and, well, take it, it's yours.
Damn, Bond, you're really turning lives around in your mortal enemy's city. Money influence left me wanting, but she filled me from the moment we met. Still, I've never been one for dallying. Frankly, I'm not sure what to do. Perhaps take her to the theater? Yes, that's just the thing. Alright, who's left? A lady wishing to open a boutique, you say? This bears further inquiry. I would meet her. I would meet with her. Who knows where our discussion might lead? Such meetings are fertile soil for enterprise. Here, a chop for your aid. Money is as nothing unless you use it. My advice to the shopkeeper who shall have the use of mine. Make of it what you will. That might be everybody around here. I've just made reservations to see the mummers in Tantalus! Ugh, Final Fantasy IX reference. How about that? I've just made reservations to see the mummers of Tantalus perform. You know of them, surely. Quite popular these days. Hard to find tickets. "5 years after dragging myself out of old Archades, I am to have a boutique of my own at last, all thanks to that kind gentleman. My daughter's folly was my fortune. How happy was I not to have to disappoint. Truly life is full of pleasant surprises." And then there was one new area. I do so hate to boast, but my Reginald is quite the brightest child. I blush to confess he has his mother's wit. Imagine my surprise when my dear Reginald's tutor decided to abandon us without saying a word. Quite irresponsible, quite. A tutor by trade I am, yet of late unemployed. Why, my pupils transferred in Bajurba, leaving me to seek out a new charge. It's grown hard in recent years to pass the examinations, yet I have utmost confidence in my ability to prepare any student. Ah, straight to the point. Leave it to me, good sir. A child under my care is a future academic. Here, a chop in payment for your kind word. A child's brain is like to a sea sponge. Adrift in knowledge is brine. Squeeze it just so, and 'twill fill with the richest sort of learning. My Reginald is the brightest, and as such he has given naught but the best in tutelage. Why, I'm sure he'll make the academy this year. To think he'll be a grand 33 this coming name day. 33? To think he'll be a grand 33 this coming name day. A feast! There must be a feast! So, damn, you're a granny. It has in the first half, not gonna lie. My Beau and I have been working together of late. We've got quite a stack of chops to show for our troubles too. A full 8 and 20 of them. I must tell him the good news. Seen a swindler about? Not that you'd know if you did. He's a master of disguise. Why, he dressed like me and walked off with my earrings. If I don't find him quick, I'm ruined. Finished. End of story. Ah, I can't go back to scratching for Gil in the old town. How'd he imitate me so well? My husband was a judge, a fine one at that, filled with righteousness and justice. Our house is the pride too of our borough. It was his very own sentence of justice that brought his end, to die attempting to save a child's life, and the child of a foeman no less. How like him! You know, I'm all told I have a knack for magics. Of course, I have little coin to buy such things. I should be handling magics, not turnips. Huh. kind of... My husband was a judge, a fine one at that. Oh shit. My dear husband's mother has asked for a trinket from Giza Plains. She's never so particular though, so I'm having a Giza craftsman come here. Speaking of which, you should be here by now. My good husband's mother is a fecal woman. I do hope she does not see fit to change her mind. Traveling mummer taught me this one. Used to live here in the city, so he said. Here in the capital, if you take pride in your work and do right by your customers, anyone can make a decent living. Now your regular chops are made by pine, but the noble use chops of sandal. Sweet-smelling things, those. My girlfriend and I will get them someday. What's that? 8 and 20 chops already? That's a fine amount, to be sure. But tell her this. Try to float up to High Garden, and you'll drift off with the clouds. First, get firm footing down here. Then build your way up, brick by brick. Now is when we keep our noses to the grindstone and work an honest day. When we've more chops than we know what to do with. We'll get respect. And my girl, my dear sweet lass, she's been by my side through feast and famine, and I'll make her happy one day, you'll see. We've worked our fingers to the bone for these chops, but there's still so much to be done. I'm just grateful I'm not doing it alone. My dear husband's mother has asked for a trinket from Giza Plains. She's ever so particular, though, and I'm having a Giza craftsman come here. Speaking of which, he should be here by now. My good husband's mother is a fecal woman. I do hope she does not see fit to change her mind. I'm a chancellor from the Academy of Magic. Sadly, there is little need for our art in the age of ready convenience. Appliant numbers are down. Indeed, the Academy itself may be to blame for placing profit above the pursuit of quality in instruction. If not quality, what have we, I ask? Alas, with the knack for magic, yet no guild to pay for it. How fortunate for her. I was thinking of starting a program for scholars in need. Of course, there will be an examination, but if she truly does have the knack, she should be little trouble. Here a chop for your information. For these special examinations, I've been considering an interview of sorts. In a simple recital, I've prepared a basic floating magic for the latter. I hope to uncover many youths of potential who might formerly have passed by unnoticed. Seen a swindler about? Not that you know if you had. He's a master of disguise. Why, he dressed like me and walked off with my earrings. If I don't find him quick, I'm ruined. Finished. End of story. I can't go back to scratching for a guild in the old town. How did he imitate me so well? I came here all the way from Giza Plains to make some trinket, but I got separated from my guide on the road and couldn't find the client. There's no way I'll make it back home on my own. Here, I thought my fortunes were looking up. Ugh, is my woman going to steam about this? Travel. My work has taken me far and wide. Why, I'm on the road for 6 months a year. Danger, near misses, daily affairs. Of course, I take care to wear the proper protectives, and my sword arm is good enough to hold off your average fell beast. Did you see the mummer in his act? Oh, it was truly splendid. It made me feel like a spring maiden again. How I would love to show my daughter. My anniversary's coming up. See, haven't got a lot of gil, but I still bought the missus something special. Can you guess what it is? A necklace. Oh, of course it's well hidden. I'm not stupid. I put it back of the wardrobe, or she's sure not to find it. Just between you and me, right? I will soon be my wedding anniversary. Whatever shall I give my dearest? That reminds me, I found the oddest thing. A fine necklace at the back of the wardrobe. If only I could remember when I bought it. But no matter, I've sold the thing now. We live well enough, but it's hard to save. I needed the gil to buy my dearest what he deserves. I do enjoy traveling, seeing the flora and fauna of faraway places. Save for those flora and fauna with fangs, perhaps some armor is in order. Oh, or so I thought, but did you know heavy armor leaves stripes and sores on one? And lumbering late laden in metal does not a pleasant holiday make. It's Are you utterly daft? The one who's looking for the swindler is the swindler. Don't you see? It is the oldest trick in the grimoire. My boy. What's that? He's still nearby? Good. Time to put an end to this once and for all. Don't worry. You'll have my gratitude and a bit in your pocket. You seem a nice lad. Take care. There's many a cheating swindler in this fine city. You do well to keep an eye out. Did you see the mummer? Did you? I truly despise his kind. He would want to watch such rubbish. Can he possibly hope to glean enough gil by his prancing to survive or raise a family after all those years of training to end up impoverished? Oh, to be a judge, to bring order and peace to the world, and that just in the morning's work. Oh, to be, how does one become a judge anyway? My husband was a judge. Someone wanting to be a judge? Well, whoever that they might be, I advise for them. If they seek to be a judge for the sake of justice, no good will come of it. Please tell him this. Tell him that above all else, his family must come first. Peace is a frail bloom that grows only in the soil of a family's love. We speak of judges, but if one man judges another, is this justice? Thus my husband sought to prevent, rather than punish, wrongdoing. there's a swindler out there who looks like me, well, people are going to think I'm the swindler. I'm the one who's being swindled, I say. The world may never know. I used to think that only the Empire's justice could bring peace and order to the land. Perhaps I was in error. There must be no message to give or get from the mummer. Huh? Oh, they saw it. They spotted the knack. I've been given permission to take a special examination for entry to the Academy of Magics, a poor way from the old town. In that illustrious institute. First, I need a magic to calm my nerves for that test. Did you see the mummer? I told you, I detest the mummers. I'd sooner watch the matching dance of the mob. But what? My mother was weeping, reminiscing, no doubt. My father was a mummer, you see. He could never earn enough to put food on our table. Try as he might, eventually it broke him. He fell ill, and to buy a salve he borrowed, and so he worked through. He was sick and made little, yet how cannot hope to repay aught. One day, my lord came calling. A man of means he was, and he offered to take my father's debt on as his own, provided my father left his wife. Then the lord turned and proposed marriage to my mother, for she was a rare beauty in her day. My father told her she should go with him. So was I torn, too, from my father. How I wept! I never saw him again, nor can I say where he is. I heard rumor he had moved far away, that is all. If he had not been so drunk with the mummer's life, it never would have come to that. So you see, I've reason to hate the prancing fools. And now I've spoken over much. My apologies, though, tale told, I feel better. Please, take this chop for being so kind as to listen. I despise mummers, the prancing fools, yet. Truth be told, I watched in secret because my mother watched and wept for him. For my father, his act was much the same, you know. Alright, I think this one has ran long enough, and I'm just going to end this one here. So until next